Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another amazing video in the beautiful series of Under the Radar. It's about my guy Lamelo LaFrance Ball. Now, he was a staple in high school. Everyone was looking at him. I mean, NBA players would even visit the high school games because of him, LiAngelo, and Lonzo Ball. Now, we'll see his ups of his career and his downs of his career. Now, LaMelo averaged 16 points and 4 assists a game when he was just a freshman. I mean, that's when he was still with Lonzo and Lonzo was leading the team along with Jello as second. Now, as soon as Lonzo left for college in UCLA to become the second pick in the 2017 NBA draft, LaMelo had to step up. So, he averaged 27 points, 9 assists as a sophomore along with his other brother LiAngelo, who is averaging 25 points right behind him. Man, they average around 50 to 60 points together. Now, also, big note of his fame came from the legendary or the infamous, or obviously everyone knows in the whole entire world, about his 92-point performance. I mean, he was a maniac during that game. I mean, he just wanted to win. He really just wanted to win. Now, he dominated it with LiAngelo, Onyeka Okongwu, and Eli Scott, who lived in their house for I don't know how long, but basta he lived with them. Now, note, guys, remember this name, Onyeka Okongwu, and I will mention him later in the video. Now, after that amazing stint in high school, Mr. Big Baller himself decided, let's go to Lithuania. Right after releasing this MB1 signature shoe called MB1 Cherry Pickin', with him being featured in Slam. He had no choice but to go overseas because not only he had a weird way of going out of high school, at 15 years old, he had a signature shoe. Guys, I am 15 years old. This month I'm turning 16. And I never had a signature shoe in my life. But I would never have a signature shoe to risk my college, risk, getting into college. I mean, yes, college might suck, but education at the end of the day is priceless. Um, also Lamelo was joined by his brother LiAngelo because of the China scheme of him stealing a Gucci sunglasses and was heavenly saved by the Orange Man. And you already know who I'm talking about. And I can't mention his name or else I'll get demonetized. Hey. And I'm a Democrat, by the way. Okay, outside that note, LaMelo had his worst season in his professional basketball life. He only averaged 6 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists a game. There were games that he'd only pop off for 20, but the next couple games after that, he'd just average 3 points, 6 points, and then he pop off for 43 points. It's very inconsistent. Now, LaMelo wasn't very happy playing in Lithuania. I mean, his teammates were just jealous of him. I mean, they technically controlled this team. Or his dad controlled this team. Because his dad supposedly said that since Vytautas was a very small team in Lithuania, he decided to host the challenge games for some of the best basketball clubs in Europe or around the world that can challenge both the Ball brothers. Now, LiAngelo was dominating, but LaMelo kinda struggled. I mean, I wouldn't blame him because he's just a 16-year-old that's trying to make his way against grown men. I mean, some of these guys have been playing basketball for 8 years already, professionally. Alright? I mean, mind you, in Europe, you be playing professional since you were 16. And LaMelo is kind of like that. I mean, mind you, this guy was caught playing Fortnite, playing Fortnite from 1 in the morning to 5 in the morning. and just go straight to practice. I mean, this guy had zero discipline. I mean, you guys would see some of the behind the scenes if you watch Ball in the Family. I'm quite a average avid watcher in Ball in the Family. Now, LaVar is posing himself as a head coach. So the main head coach of Vietodas was quite mad. And Lamelo was not having a fun time in Lithuania. It was a foreign country. And also his teammates didn't like him. Like his teammates would pull pranks and stuff, knowing that he's a kid or something, and his teammates would just bash and lash back at him that this guy's immature, he's lazy, he should not even have a professional contract. I mean, just complains after his stint in Lithuania. To cover that story up, LaVar Lafrance Ball decided to make his own league called the JBA, or also called as the Junior Basketball League Association. Of course, Lamelo won a championship with himself and his boy, of course, LiAngelo Ball. Lamelo averaged 40 points, 14 rebounds, and 11.5 assists in the JBA. I mean, guys, they had everybody. You know what they did? They signed everyone from the JBA All-Star team. That's what they did. So it was an easy championship. So scouts just count them out after that. And then they tried again with the JBA USA Tour. And he did pretty well, but he was not playing his heart out, honestly. I know when Melo is playing his heart out, and I know when Melo is not playing his heart out. So he decided to come back to high school for Spire Academy to play with his main guy, Rocket Watts, the monster among guards. And look at him. Boom! And now, after a couple of years of growing, he left high school at 5'10", and he came back to high school at a staggering 6'6". Man, 6'6" after 2 years of being out of high school basketball. And not only that, Lamelo used to miss dunks. Like, he'd dunk it, but the ball would fly out. But now, he dunks it. He can do reverse, windmills, the average stuff that a 6'6" guy can actually do. Now, after this beautiful stint in Spire Academy, and now all NBA scouts are considering him again to be on their radar. Now, after the season wrapped up in Spire, they projected him to be just a middle ground player. Now, a middle ground player is basically when you are placed in between the first round and second round draft in your projected draft class. Now, what really boosted him was his amazing performance in the Drew League. Now, the Drew League is a professional league, just kidding, not. It's a fun summer league that a lot of NBA veterans, high school players, and college freaks, and overseas players play. Now, there is no contracts involved. It's just players really just volunteer of being in the Drew League. Now, the Drew League is almost as physical as China. China would be grabbing you and stuff, but the Drew League, these are Americans that are willing to embarrass other Americans. Like, dunk on them, break their ankles, push them, punch them, they don't care. I mean, you guys might say, oh, we never heard of the Drew League. Yes, it's because it's a summer league. Now, a couple of NBA players would play here. Now, you guys are probably telling me, Aaron, there's probably no one who plays in the Drew League that's actually good in the NBA. Hold your thought there, partner. Kobe Bean Bryant, rest in peace on his soul, played in the Drew League. My guy Ice Trae Young played in the exact same summer as when LaMelo did. And mind you, LaMelo reunited with his old teammate Eli Scott in the Drew League. He made quite a decent stint. I mean, all the way in the quarterfinals, and then got wiped out. But against pros overseas and college lottery picks and some NBA players, it got his number even higher in the draft. Now he's a first round pick, a lottery pick. a pick that you should say that should play in the G League for a bit. So, his dad decided that he should play in a national basketball league in Australia. Now, he would come to this place with RJ Hampton, who is also a lottery pick in the NBA draft, who was also viral in high school. Now, mind you, RJ was on his own. He had no brothers. Literally, he had no brothers. But Lamelo would sign with the Illawarra Hawks, and RJ would sign with the New Zealand Breakers. Now, both would not make the playoffs, but Lamelo earned NBL Rookie of the Year. That says a lot, and that boosted himself all the way to top 10 in the draft. And after his clutch three-pointer against the Cairns Taipans, or Cayenne, that's what, the Australians pronounce it, but I pronounce it Cairn Taipans. Now, he could not be guarded during that game. I'll show you the footage in a little bit. He was guarded by Scott Machado, and he also had his teammate who is a former NBA player in Aaron Brooks, which is a really good combo. Honestly, if Lamelo did not get injured and Aaron did not get injured, they would have both played in the playoffs, honestly. But honestly, Lamelo showed out. He proved that I'm a really good player. It's just my team wasn't very good. It was just Lamelo, Boone, and Brooks that were actually doing the real work in Australia. So after that amazing stint, he was declared in February of 2020 the NBL 19 to 20 Rookie of the Year. And that boosted his draft stock even more to now being a top 4 selection against other prospects like James Wiseman, who is projected to be second. I don't know why he's still second. He's a very mobile big man, but he exited college after 12 games with Memphis. You get Anthony Edwards, which is really good. A really good player. People are comparing him to RJ Barrett in college, but honestly, I think he's like a very good and athletic Carmelo Anthony. Now, Lamelo is currently, as of when I am recording this video, the 4th pick in the draft. And the 4th pick in the draft is the Charlotte Hornets. Now, you might have seen it in my thumbnail that I actually placed Charlotte there, because honestly, I think Charlotte really needs a solid small forward. You can't survive with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist with the most broke jump shot I've ever seen. Just imagine Ray Allen's jump shot, but you broke his right arm. So it's like tilted all the way to the side, When you're asking for a 75-degree angle, exactly that's where the ball is. And after that amazing season in Australia, looks like another brand of shoe decided to hit up Lamelo. Now, currently, he is finalizing a deal with PUMA. Man, PUMA has been making big moves. They got the dunk champion, they stole the 2018 NBA draft, and now Lionel Messi. I'm not a football fan, but I know that guy is really good, like one of the greatest. You're making Messi leave Nike for PUMA, and now LaMelo's deal apparently is a $100 million deal. Also, he gets a private jet, and a pilot, bro. This could potentially break for the most expensive sneaker deal. He better show out, dude, because I'll be so pissed if Melo does not show out and he has a pilot. He doesn't even need to fly with the team. I knew that he was going to sign with PUMA because he had Jay-Z. He signed with the agency that I think is owned by Jay-Z. And Jay-Z is the head designer or the head director of PUMA basketball. So I knew this was coming. It's just when it was actually confirmed. And thank you, Corey, for the information. And if you guys love this video, you want me to have more news about the sneaker endorsements of the best basketball athletes today, click the like button. And also, if you guys comment on the next guy that I should feature on this beautiful channel in this beautiful series, comment right down below who it should be. And maybe, just maybe, you are the lucky one that I select and I picked for the next video. And by the way, shout out for the last guy who made me contemplate for my next video. And you know who you are, boy. I shall grant your request. See ya real soon. And by the way, click the like button. It only takes 2 seconds. Same with subscribe, bruh. Let us get to 60, bruh. 60-point game. Like what Kobe did against the Utah Jazz in 2016. Love y'all. Stay golden.